What is going on, everybody? It is Frank the Tank, and today we're doing another review on Bowling by Jason Belmonte. And for this ball, as you can see, based on the title of the video, we're looking at the Optimus Solid. So not only are we going to be doing a review of this in the game, I'm going to be doing a real life review of the bowling ball. I don't know when, unfortunately, at the time you guys are seeing this. I am still in lockdown, unfortunately. The lanes aren't open. But once the lanes do open, I'm going to be doing an Optimus Solid review. So if you didn't see that 1 minute coming soon video that I made on my channel, it basically showed every single bowling ball that I have right now that and a couple of bowling balls that I also plan on revealing in the future. One of them, if you paid close enough attention, one of them was the Optimus Solid. And at the time that I made that video, I didn't have the Optimus Solid, but now we have an Optimus Solid. It's right here. It's not a joke. I'm dead serious. Optimus Solid right here. And it smells not too bad, too. I don't know what that is. It smells like a little bit of apple with just a small hint of cinnamon on it. On the box, it says what the fragrance is, but I don't know. To me, that's what I could compare it to. But there you go. Optimus Solid. So does not even look like what it looks like here. Look at that. That's Optimus Solid, but it so does not even look like that right here. Isn't that weird? But then again, remember, what you see in the picture is not really what you're gonna get exactly, because remember, they like dip these things in some weird looking stuff. You guys got to see the videos of how they make these storm bowling balls, but obviously they're not going to look the same. So yeah, very, very nice. I have no idea what this thing is going to be like, but I'm going to get an idea, and so are you once we get to throwing this thing in the game. And you may be wondering that, I know you guys probably, for those of you who have seen these reviews, will know that something looks a little bit different. Obviously, I'm sticking with the usual layout. You can see the game right there on the left, and then myself on the right, but it looks a little bit funny. And the reason for that is because I have, thanks to the developers, of course, for shooting this idea to me. I had no idea about it until now. I'm trying something different, and because of this whole little different thing that I'm trying, I'm having to use the webcam that is built into my laptop. So that's why things seem a little bit more less, you know, I guess they look a little bit lower on the quality and a little bit slow. So, but no worries, it's only temporary. Pretty soon I have like a little webcam that's going to have like 1080p and a much better microphone built into it and all these weird looking features. So yeah, for right now, unfortunately, we're gonna have to deal with this really bad low quality webcam that's built into the laptop. But anyway, enough about that. Let's go ahead and get into this Optimus Solid review. And of course, we've got the Optimus as well. Unfortunately, I don't have that ball in real life, so I'm not going to be able to review it. It's really, really difficult to find. It just doesn't pop up anywhere. Neither does the Optimus Solid. I was very lucky to get my hands on this one. And for those of you who are wondering, once I do this real life Optimus Solid review, one of you are going to have the chance to own it yourselves, as I will be giving this one up. I was never really planning on keeping it, as part of me wants to, but part of me can't because I've got way too much. So yeah, one of you are going to be lucky enough to own this bowling ball. But anyway, looking at the Optimus Solid here, it's got an R2X Pearl Reactive cover stock, very strange weight block. I think is that the same weight block? It is, same weight block as in the Optimus, the Tri-Sphere Core weight block. Released June 2015, but didn't see a whole lot of time out there. This one is definitely got some length compared to the Optimus. Its power is 7 out of 10, while its hook is, let's see, I think that's 5.5. And then its length, clear, this is right here, let's see, 8 out of 10. So definitely this ball is going to have some length to it. We're definitely not going to be able to play pretty deep with it because of the length. So yeah, that in comparison to the Optimus is, you know, it just reeks of mid-level. Clearly, as you can see, everything is the same for 7 out of 10 on everything. So yeah, this would definitely be a challenge for me because I've mentioned this before. I don't really like using bowling balls that have length on them. I struggle with them. They don't really match up well with me. But we're going to try it out anyway and see what we can do with it. So let's go get ahead and get this Optimus set up here. Get rid of that axis tilt, put the max axis rotation so we get the most hook possible, most revs, 275, and let's see here. We're going to go ahead and head to our ultimate testing pattern known as Stonehenge. So here we go. And yeah, I have no idea what we're gonna expect from this, other than it's gonna be lengthy and it's probably not gonna hook a lot. So what I'm gonna do with this Optimus Solid to start things off on the stroker style, we're gonna do what we usually do. We're gonna start with the typical down and in and see if it can make it. So let's see here. Yeah, as you can see based on that reaction, very little hook. So I'll be totally honest with you, I don't know if I will be able to, you know, play down and in with this thing since it's got very minimal hook to it. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe that might work after all, but man, you gotta be perfect with that. See what I mean? That seemed a little better, but it didn't hook inward. Nice pickup of the baby split on the other side rather than, you know, the right side, which I hate even more. Well, that was a lucky strike. Well, man, this thing already is turning out to be a struggle for me. Yeah, so that I think, yeah, in my opinion, playing down and in with this ball is definitely not going to work. Uh, Even if I turned off all the axis tilt, it's still not enough. So I think with this ball, you probably have to play on a lot of patterns. You're probably gonna have to play from the right side to get to the pocket with like a really good hit. And you know, like you see how I just played down and in there, you're more likely to leave some 10 pins, maybe even some ugly splits. See, that's what you're going to have to do with the Optimus Solid, at least with the layout that I put on it, and on this pattern, and probably a lot of other patterns as well. I mean, considering a lot of these patterns are way longer than Stonehenge, you're probably going to have to do it this way, especially because playing down and in, you're not going to get like a really, you know, hard pocket hit. And you see how there I finally did get that. So that's really kind of a struggle. I mean, to try to nail that line every single time, that's the ultimate challenge right there. So I've had enough. I've literally thrown like 9, 10 shots, and that's honestly the first time that I've got it, and it's just an all-out struggle for me. Bowling balls with link, man. It just doesn't work for me. I don't understand how a lot of other people can do it, but I can. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the tweener style now. At least we're picking up on the reps and the axis rotation. Now we're gonna keep the axis tilt at 0, and hopefully it becomes a lot easier to strike now compared to what we were doing with tweener. Sorry, I didn't really show you a whole lot with stroker, but man, I just can't do it. So let's see. We're gonna go ahead and we are going to move to 19, which is usually the default board that the game places you on when you start a game, and see what we get. Wow, you see that? It hardly even hooks, even with the increase of revs from 275 to 400. See that? Nail the line perfectly on standing on board 19. Nothing. Hit the 1-3, but the lightest thing ever. So I'm going to move 2 boards right from 19 to 16. I hope to God that that does something for us. That kind of almost worked, but as you can see, it went high, so looks like we'll try 18. Maybe that might be the board for us. I'm not convinced yet. That didn't seem right. Hit the pocket, but you see how the ball just deflected to the right as it went into the 1-3 pocket? Clear indication that it's not enough. Especially because that 10 pin is still there. And that's the hit we were looking for. So yeah, board 18 is the board. That last one that I did, it was just a bad shot. That's why I got such a light hit. But you can see there, that's a little more convincing. Flush, all 10 in the back of the pit there. So let's see if I can do that once more here. A little off. And we get a 7-10. That's not fun. So you see that? That's the problem that we have here. If you're on the tweener style, I mean, and the stroker style as well, is you don't have a whole lot of room to miss. It's very, very difficult to find a strike. And you can see I left another 10 pin there. Moving to 17 will probably be not such a great idea too. See what I mean? Moving to 17, too much angle into the pocket, you leave a 9 pin. Or you could just do that too. So yeah, maybe your best bet would be to go to board 17 and not 18, because 18, you have to get it just right to strike. If you don't, chances are you'll get a light hit and you'll leave a 10 pin. But with 17, you also have to be careful as well, because you can see I went with too much angle, left the 9 pin, and then this time I finally got it right. There you go, board 17. We have our board for tweener. It's board 17, but like I said, you have to get it right. If you don't, if you get it left, it's gonna cross over or go through the nose. If you get it too much right, it's not gonna come back, and who knows what'll happen. So yeah, you have to get it just right. This is difficult, so I kind of am concerned now when I have to do this real life ball review. Will it be the exact same thing? Because, you know, I swear to God, I thought bowling balls with like solid cover stocks pick up a lot easier than the, you know, the stuff that's pearlized. You know, it's really, really weird. I've seen this ball used on TV by someone, I can't remember who. I think it was Kelly Kulick, and I swear that you can easily see the ball once it picks up on the friction. It, like, you know, goes through the oil and then like immediately picks up. You can see clearly the roll that it has when it, you know, when it gets onto that dry part of the lane. But I don't know, man, that's not what I'm seeing here. All right, now we're gonna pick up on the cranker style, and we're going to go to 500 revs. Gonna keep the axis rotation and the axis tilt where it is, and see how much deeper or if we're gonna have to play any more deeper, because with stroker we were on 5, with tweener we were on 17, and now with cranker I imagine we're probably only just going to move a couple of boards. Wow, that thing just glides across the lane. Like it doesn't even like pick up at all. It's so strange. See what I mean? If you don't get that thing right, it's gonna go through the nose. There we go. Good shot right there. Standing on board 20. This is unbelievable. Standing on board 20 as a cranker with the Optimus solid. I don't think I've ever seen something like this before. And you see what I mean there? You get it just a little bit more to the right. It will come back, but it won't, like, you know, it won't hit the pocket, like, you know, really slap into it. See? It went more towards the 3, and it left me a 7-10. The worst thing that could ever happen. But there you go, board 20 as a cranker. I'm having a very, very miserable time. I think you guys can clearly tell. I mean, this thing just won't match up well with me. Maybe for some of you it will, but for me, it just doesn't. So pretty much on any style, it's one of those things where if you go too far right, it won't come back. Go left just by a bit, it'll go through the nose or cross over into the 1-2. And if you're lucky, maybe you'll get a Brooklyn strike. But, you know, getting a strike with this thing is going to be difficult on some patterns, but maybe on other patterns, I couldn't tell you which ones in particular. This ball will probably be a good fit, but definitely on the Stonehenge pattern, this thing will not work. So anyway, we're going to top it off with the two-handed style, my favorite. 600 revs. We're going to keep the axis rotation and axis tilt where it is once again. We were on board 20 with cranker. Let's see how much more left we're going to have to move on two-handed style. So I'm going to take a guess and go to board 22 to start things off. And we get 10 pins. So honestly, because of that, I think probably we're just going to have to move a board right. Gonna try board 21. My God, you gotta be kidding me. We only moved a board from cranker to two hands. Only moved a board. That is just messed up. So that's the deepest that you're gonna play with this thing on like a pattern like Stonehenge or any other short type of pattern. But on the long patterns, you're probably just gonna that ball's just probably gonna be like hydroplaying down the lane without any movement. So let's see if we could do this again here. Oh my God, and I get 10 pin too. Unbelievable. So again, you have very little room to miss with this ball, that's for sure. See, too far right, it doesn't really recover that well, and you end up with the split or a 10 pin. Well, it did pretty well, but I didn't aim for the exact line that I wanted to. You can see by that line, it kind of really went right. Ten pin. What did I tell you? So you could stand on board 20 or 21. I mean, I don't know if this game believes in like lane conditions, like, you know, like transitions and stuff. Do the lanes deteriorate? Do they get, you know, burned out or whatever? I don't know, but 20 and 21, I honestly can't decide. But because of what happened on board 21 with the 10 pins and the splits, I think maybe it's better to just stay on board 21, on board 20, like we were doing with Cranker. So we didn't even have to make a move at all. You see what I mean? That ball practically went straight. Unbelievable. So, yeah, I think it's safe to say that this ball has very little reaction, but that's only because of the length that is on it. So, let me show you what I mean. Let's actually get to a lengthy type of pattern here. We'll try Statue of Liberty since, well, actually, can we try something else here? Let's actually try Statue of Liberty. I know that ball always, like, it's 47 feet, and it always makes a ball look like it's, like, never moving. So let's see here. See what I mean? Very little movement. See what I mean? That moves exactly like another ball that I tried on my live stream. I'm sure you guys remember the MVP Pearl. I was practically like, I was standing on board 19 and I think I went just straight down the lane and let the ball do its thing. Look at that, very little movement. So that's, let's actually try something even more lengthy. Let's go to 48 feet, Great Wall. Hey, that's not bad. I mean, you got quite a bit of misroom there. Clearly, I went way off. Moves just a little on the back end, but not too much. But anyway, there you go. That's what the Optimus Solid does for you. So now let's go back to Stonehenge and let's compare it to the Optimus. I think it's blatantly obvious what we're dealing with here. So that's your Optimus. Holds, and then right at the very last goes bam. So then there's your Optimus. I can't even remember what board I stood on when I did this review. There you go. Like, I didn't strike, but you could clearly see it rolls earlier. That it really picks up and rolls earlier than the Optimus Solid. So I'll add a comparison at the end of the video so you guys can see that. But there you go. That's what this thing does. So that's your comparison. It has more length. So same weight block. Does it have the same? Let me see. Let's actually compare it. R2X Pro Reactive. R2X Pro Reactive. So same cover stock. Same tri-sphere core. Yep, same thing on everything. The only difference is the power hook and length is tweaked on the Optimus Solid. There you go. So now we know that. Let's go ahead and let's head into a game and see if we can actually score pretty high with this thing. Okay guys, so for this match that I'm going to play, I had a little bit of an idea. So I joined this league that was put together by a couple of guys. They're known as Bill King and Jeremy Mann. They put together like a little league for the game, and I joined and I got drafted, and now I'm on I got put together with a couple of other guys, and the first pattern that we're going to be playing on for this upcoming week is Sphinx. So I guess I may as well try the Optimus Solid and see how it works on Sphinx. May as well get some practice in there. I need all I can get. So, oh, what are the odds of that? That's my captain. Look at that. See, he knows. He knows I'm here. All right, game on. What are the odds of that? I get teamed up with my captain there. All right, bring it. Oh, man. See, look at that. He knows I'm here. What about that? This is good. All right, I like this. What are the freaking odds of that? I swear I didn't plan this. That's funny. All right. He's probably going to win. He did a really fantastic job. We played a couple of games yesterday. I hit him with the perfect game, and I got a 279 as well and a 204. But he didn't do that bad at himself. So let's see. Let's see what happened here. 420. Uh-oh. Brooklyn. Unbelievable. I got lucky there. And he strikes too. We got a game here, folks. Ah, light hit and I end up splitting. Couldn't pick it up. Ah. Oh man, he's got back-to-back jacks. He's probably gonna annihilate me. This ball, I can't use it. It's horrible. Alright, we got a strike. I don't know if I could do that again though. This ball is causing me some serious problems. I don't like the length on it, but I gotta try, guys. I got to try. There is a very high chance that I may lose this match, though, because Ryan Chuck, or however you pronounce his last name, he's not to be messed with. He got named team captain for a reason. So leaves the 10, picks it up, no problem. Oh, late tap on the 10. I thought I'd left it. Oh, that was so lucky. He strikes, of course. Could I have expected anything else? Maybe a bad break, but really that hardly ever happens. And there's the 10 pin that I expected to happen. Alright, pick up my 10 pins. It's all I can do. Oh man, he struck again. And the lead gets bigger for him. Oh, that's inward. And I get another Brooklyn strike. Oh, brother. I do not deserve this luck. And he strikes again, as I would have expected. He got named team captain for a reason, guys. He's good. And this is also probably revenge for what I did to him last night, hitting him with the perfect game in a 279. That's outside. 10 pin. Optimus Solid. There you go. Oh boy. I'm about to get annihilated right here, guys. And he strikes again. I don't know what ball that is. I know it's on like the standard playlist rather than the name brand ones, but he's making it work for him. Great ball. Great ball. But it's not like it's going to do anything for me. He's already ahead by 52 pins. I think this match is over, guys, unfortunately. God, man. This guy put up the... He put me to the wall, guys. Oh, that's outside. And we get that same split from before. Oh, I thought I had that one for sure. 185, that's pathetic. Well, let's see how he finishes it out. He's already on a 5-bagger. Make that a 6-bagger. 7. Oh my god. He's lucky I'm using a ball that I'm not good at using. Messenger, just to add more salt to the wound. Oh man, look at that. 269 to 185. Talk about getting revenge. You are lucky that I didn't whip out the IQ Tour edition of the Phase 2, just so you know. But man, I can't make any excuses. I mean, if I was good, I'd get strike after strike after strike, no matter what ball I'm using. But oh man, this Optimus Solid just doesn't match up well with me. But anyway, that is your Optimus Solid. It didn't work out for me. Maybe it'll work out for you if you get your hands on it. But man, I hope that my real life ball review turns out way better than it did with this review. But there you go. I don't know. R2X Pro Reactor cover stock with the Tri-Sphere core added with more length to it didn't work for me. Part of me knew that this was going to happen because bowling balls with length just don't work for me. I mean, the High Road Pearl, the Omega Krugs, they just didn't really work out in my favor because of the length on them. I don't do so well with them, but yeah, I hope that it works better for you than it did for me. But anyway, shout out to my captain Ryan, who put the hurt on me there. That's going to be one of the saddest ones for me. But anyway, there you go. That is your Optimus Solid. They'll be releasing it. I don't know when, but just keep an eye out for it. And they'll be putting it in the skill shot tournament for you guys to try to win it. And also, at the time you guys are seeing this, it is August 6th. So on August 8th, that will be National Bowling Day. I will be doing a stream, but by the time I upload this, it'll be far past that because normally I have a certain time and certain day when I release these ball review videos. But yeah. Anyway, there you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I highly doubt that you did because that was just misery for me. But anyway, I'm Frank the Tank. We'll see what we do next, and I'll catch you guys in another one.